You want a traditional woman, but you don't want to pay the cost of being a traditional man. Sorry to tell you, but your grandfather wasn't sitting around freaking wanking it, playing video games, asking, can we go 50-50? I'm the prize, you better chase me. It's literally that simple.
Worst advice I've heard men give other men is ignoring her. No one deserves that. That's not how you make connections. Does that even make sense to you? Ignore someone to make connections? That's manipulation. Don't do that. It's weak. It's boring. It's hurtful. It's rude.
His money is my money. My money is my money. That's not selfish. That's the standard when you're with a real man. A provider doesn't see providing as a burden. He sees it as his role. And a woman who knows her worth doesn't apologize for it. She multiplies what he gives her. The wrong man will call this gold digging, and the right man will call this partnership.
The fear of rejection, even the potential hint at it, triggers an ancient part of the brain that, ooh, if I'm pushed to the edge or if I'm relegated out of the tribe, that's a near-death sentence because the wild is too wild. So belonging means safety. The brain is going, am I being rejected? Am I being rejected? Are they liking me? Or am I being accepted? That rejection acceptance thing is so powerful and so potent that it becomes overwhelming.
Lost a BB? Good. She lost a king. You were loyal. You showed up. You had vision, values, and presence. She couldn't see it? That's on her. A real man doesn't beg to stay in someone's life. He walks, calm, quiet, focused, and every step away makes her realize what she'll never have again. You didn't lose her. She lost the one thing she'll never replace. If you know your worth, like and follow.
You know, a lot of men are deciding, you know what, until I start getting respect, I start getting some appreciation, might be a better idea to just opt out altogether.
Whoa, whoa, yeah. Look, I want you to myself, yep. But I know you just left someone else. I know you did. I know he did a number on you. That must be why you move so icy. I see like 10-17. I see like there's nobody you ever need. Better not clear that up to anyone but me. Yeah, patient as can be, but I still need some satisfaction. A little less talk and a little more action. I need you out in Jamaica relaxing. Thought I had everything somehow. Feel bro. It wrong me something. I won't beat it up or something. You're diving at the rub or something.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
7 ways to set boundaries. I'm unavailable during that time, but would love to find time that works for both of us. I'd prefer not to, but I'd love XYZ instead. I want you to know that I care about you and your feelings, but I'm not in a place where I can handle this. I'm not ready to talk about this right now, but I appreciate you wanting to be there for me. It makes me uncomfortable when you comment on my appearance or personal life choices. Please refrain from doing so. I appreciate you thinking of me, but I won't be able to do that. I don't feel comfortable with that. I don't like that. I don't feel ready for that yet.
You know, you have a lot of good men that have approached before, but they've gotten labeled a creep, and they've gotten labeled as the problem in the situation, and they literally didn't do anything wrong. So when a man stops approaching, that's wrong.
Independent women do submit to men. You just have to actually be a man. These men call women masculine because they don't want to be held accountable for not being man enough for them. I don't care how independent she is. She wants a man who can pray, protect, provide, and lead. The issue is you want her to put her guard down with you, but you haven't earned that yet. When she's been independent for so long, it's going to take more than the bare minimum for her to let her guard down. Period.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years and you still don't have a ring, it's because they don't deem you as worthy. And the reason that they keep you around is probably because you're really good at one thing. Maybe you're good in bed, or maybe you're good at cooking, and they just tolerate the rest. Meanwhile, they're getting the rest from their plan B, C, D, E, and Fs. So if they can gather all the infinity stones from other women, why do they need to marry you?
So your girl just left you and you're depressed.
Understandable. But you know what the best cure to depression is? Accountability. Have a look in the mirror, my friend. Is that the man that woman fell in love with? Absolutely not, bro. You thought that leading with your wallet and buying things is what would make you more attractive. But really, bro, it was simple. She was attracted to you, for you. She missed the old you that had drive, passion, consistency. My man, you wake up every day living as a shell of yourself. You're 300 pounds and love handles, asking God, why is this happening? Brother man, can we dwell on the past? Absolutely not. But we cannot make the same mistake twice. And you become that old man relatively easily by simply making decisions that move you closer to him, like putting that fork down and falling for more value. At some point in time, keep on complaining about men not being chivalrous and men not being traditional. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. You need to line up, or a man is not going to tolerate it.
Men have it so easy. Men have it so freaking easy. One, they don't bleed every month, okay? They don't go through literal psychosis 3 weeks out of the month, okay? Which that leaves 1 week that I'm normal, that I'm a normal person. That probably goes for every girl. Issue number 2 is, honestly, I really think men have the pick of the litter. Look at the ratio of single pretty women to single pretty men, or like good looking men. Girls, men, okay? That's how it is. Anyway, that's just my thought of the day.
If men have it so easy, then why are 80% of suicides men? And now that ridiculousness is disproven, let's talk about how much of a blaring red flag it is for a woman to blame her literal psychosis on her monthly cycle. As many of you suspect, this is just another item that women can point to in order to not take accountability for their actions. Because hormones have an impact, but they do not control you. That's right, guys. I'm going to tell you the truth. And the truth is that a lot of women are taking advantage of it, and they are exaggerating what is happening.
Men might not say this, but they want to feel special too. They want to feel good too. Yeah. And me, I love to spoil a I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. I like it. A little cute stuff, because, especially if you make my life easier. If you making me feel good. You making me feel all girly. You making me want to post these type of pictures and with this caption like. Men might not say this, but they want to feel special too. They want to feel good too. Yeah. And me, I love to spoil. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. I like it. A little cute stuff, because, especially if you make my life easier. If you making me feel good. You making me feel all girly. You making me want to post these type of pictures and with this caption like
A lot of men will chase. A lot of men will pay. A lot of men will plan and still get nothing back in return. And when they get done chasing, when they get done messing around and playing games, then you be mad at them because you was acting stupid.
I think I'm gonna start dating for looks now. Like, you know, I've come to the conclusion that just like all men are the same. So like, might as well be traumatized by somebody who's nice to look at. Might as well be traumatized by somebody who's like attractive. Like, I'd rather be traumatized by somebody who like I can look at and like look past the trauma.
Doesn't work like that, but okay. You were dating men you weren't attracted to. Did you spend the whole relationship putting them down or lying to them, being like, oh, you look so handsome, when you secretly don't find him attractive? And then you use it against him. But if you have the habit of doing this, when you do end up with a guy you do find attractive, you'll just find another quality in his personality to do the exact same thing too. Or maybe you were actually attracted to the men you were dating, but you don't want to admit that and you find that embarrassing. So when the relationship doesn't work out, you switch to finding him unattractive. And not all men are the same, not even close. So if you're attracting the same type of guy, you need to consider what you're doing to cause that to happen. Because there's a lot of good men out there that could treat you right.
I'm leaving you. Did you hear what I said? I'm leaving you.
Yeah, I heard, yeah.
I'm not kidding.
I know. No, I think it's an excellent decision on your part.
You do.
You're a fantastic person. And the last year's been great, really. You're beautiful, you're kind and supportive. You wait for me with dinner when I work late. You're amazing. You make me feel like being a better person. And I'm not a better person. I'm me.
You know, you're listening to these lists and what modern women say they want, but really give them 4 or 5 years and they'll be tired. I'm tired of having to carry this load. I'm tired of having to do this all myself. It's been 5 years. It's been 2 years. And I'm already tired, boss. Exactly.
I keep hearing so many different people say that marriage is outdated. But what if it's not marriage that's failing? What if it's our endurance? We live in a generation that quits when it's uncomfortable. We walk away when it gets hard. We shut down when we are disappointed. We protect our ego more than our covenant. And then we wonder why nothing feels secure. Commitment used to mean something. It meant staying when conversations got tense. It meant choosing the same person on the days you didn't feel butterflies. It meant having the hard talk instead of shutting down. Marriage is not outdated. What's outdated is believing that love should always feel easy. What's outdated is expecting forever results with temporary effort. What's outdated is thinking that feelings alone can carry a lifetime. Commitment isn't glamorous. It's daily. It's humbling. It stretches you. But when two people decide that quitting is not an option, that's where security is built. That's where children feel safe. That's where legacy is formed. Marriage isn't the problem, our endurance is. And most people don't want to hear that.
Honestly, you know, men are tired. They're genuinely tired of the nonsense, the BS, the crap that modern women continue to put out here online for no freaking reason. I'm not about to continue to be a part of that. And so when you get mad that I'm checking out, remember, hey, I as a modern woman had a part to play in this.
I have recently become incredibly broody, which if you don't know what that is, it is a degenerative brain disease. That basically means that when you look at a baby, you want to eat it. It's a horrible thing to happen to anyone, and I consider myself quite a rational person, and I know rationally, of course, that there is no good reason for a baby. Not environmentally, not morally, not vaginally. There's no good reason for it. And listen, some of you might be sitting there and thinking like, oh, but I'm not saying there aren't reasons for a baby. Of course there are. Hey, it's something to do. Or, so far, I've found life to be completely devoid of meaning. And baby will fix this.
Today, as we talk about what men need to know about women, but women don't even know what men need to know about women. And so anything that helps us to be more honoring of ourselves, because in the betrayal of ourselves is, I think, the roots of all the ugly that comes out. And then partnership is being on the same team. And when I was talking to men about why they chose their wives, always would be a component of, she has mega powers, or you've been through so much already, I know you can get through anything. And so much we're against each other, and it's not accidental. We literally have opposing instincts. So it's a wonder we would bring out interest in each other.
Yeah, I think my biggest takeaway of what I've learned from you so far that has impacted our relationship massively is that, we've been together for 22 years. We've been together a long time. But, through the immaturity of our teenage years and early marriage years and what it is today, the biggest takeaway, I think, is honoring our differences rather than trying to make the other like you, and realizing that we both have good reasons for why we do what we do. Like, that is incredible. And to be more reflective in why the other person is doing something rather than reactive in trying to get them to change. Well, they're doing it wrong. They should do it this way, instead of realizing, wait a second, why is he doing it that way? There must be a good reason for it.
Modern women continue to tell men And this is why a lot of men opt out, because of the entitlement. But what you bring is it's bare minimum. It's not enough to where a man, honestly and truly says, okay, if it's not enough, I'm just going to stop doing it. I'm going to go mind my own business somewhere else. And you get mad at the man, but you didn't waste his time talking about he's bringing the bare minimum. I'm looking for a man that does X, Y, and Z. Well, guess what? That man don't want you.
According to psychology, if a man has these 5 traits, you're looking at a genuinely good man, and they're rarer than you think. First, he's almost always alone. Not because he hates people, but because he discovered something most never will. Peace is quieter, softer, and more honest in solitude. He doesn't need constant company because he's comfortable with who he is when no one's watching. Second, he overthinks everything. Life, people, mistakes, heartbreak. His mind never stops analyzing. He feels everything more deeply than others notice, replaying moments others forget instantly. Psychology refers to this as empathic sensitivity. Third, he reads people like open books. One look, one sentence, and he's already decoded your intentions. He senses energy shifts, tone changes, and hidden patterns before you even finish speaking. Fourth, he doesn't trust easily. Not because he's cold, but because he's seen too many masks, too many promises that turned into lies, too many people who swore forever but disappeared anyway. And most important, he has suffered more than you could imagine. Instead of seeking revenge, he chose silence. Instead of closing off, he kept his heart open. If this is you, you're built different.
And you know what? We talk about men opting out, not getting married, that sort of thing, because there's like legitimate legal risks to it. You got people out there, men out there, that subscribe to the belief that, hey, I'll be with it. I think I was listening to what's his name on whatever podcast that was kind of saying the same thing, and can't remember his name, his last name, Justin, tall guy, white guy, I think might be from Louisiana. So I don't even know if he's really white. He might be black, just light skin. I'm just joking, but am I? He grew up around black people, so maybe. Anyway, he subscribes to that belief. I'm not saying don't get married. I'm just saying there's a lot of guys out there that look at the math on that, and they're doing the math and they're trying to figure out, okay, so where do I benefit? What's in it for me? Will you get a companion? Do I really? Do I get a friend, or do I have more responsibility? Do I have another bill? Do I have more stress?
Be careful with a man who praises your strength. Watch what he does. Does he depend on your strength, or does he support your strength? Because a man who truly values you will support your strength, not depend on your strength. Any man that depends on your strength, he will do a better job at convincing you that survival mode is normal. But a man who values you will show you that being in survival mode is somewhere he never wants you to be, because he knows as soon as you get into survival mode, you will lose the soft side of yourself, because you will spend so much time being anxious, focusing on the next thing. And he knows how draining that can be. But when you got a man who's okay with seeing you do all of this, he's now learning that she's a strong woman. She can do it all. And he's now depending on your strength to survive. It's okay to be a strong woman. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But understand, as a strong woman, you need a stronger man to support you, because strength needs recovery, not exhaustion. Even the strongest heart needs rest. So when you got a man that's depending on your strength and he praises your strength, don't see it as validation, because it's not. You're only being seen for 15 seconds, but you're spending the rest of the day in survival mode. Let that sink in.
And once again, men are starting to look specifically, because, before they was letting it go. They saw it, but they was letting it go. And now I'm looking specifically. Once again, we have to go back to drizzle. I'm looking specifically for who's putting in effort. Is the effort one-sided? Am I receiving some sort of reciprocity? Is the reciprocity up to par? Because you can't just buy me a Snickers bar and I didn't just bought you a 48-ounce tomahawk steak. We're not going to do that. Well, you did that out of the kindness of your heart. Right. And now you see how kind I am. Maybe you need to expand your kindness. Modern women don't want to do that. I want to give you these little beat up shoes that I found at Goodwill or Salvation Army that got dingy, dirty, and all that stuff. And you know, you can find some good stuff at Goodwill. You can find some good stuff. But the stuff that you be getting the man, it seemed like you done went dumpster diving. Oh, well, I found this on the side of the street. I thought of you. Girl, you stupid. Shut up talking to me.
Never expected literally nothing from a and they couldn't even do that. You ever literally expected not a thing from a and they still let you down? God.
The moment a man stops trying to impress you, something shifted. He used to show up sharp, intentional, focused on winning you over. Now he's neutral because he no longer sees a return in effort. See, men invest where they feel valued and withdraw where they feel tolerated.
He's got to provide. Okay, well, you know what? He can provide. It may not be the way you want to live. Yep. You can still put a roof over your head. You can still put, but it may not be how you want it. And see, that's where we're dealing with women right now. They have these grandeur ideas of what they think life is, and it's not realistic.
David Beckham buying his wife a brand new Rolls Royce. My man should do that.
But social media has ruined our world.
What's the number one thing that makes women feel unsafe from the man they're with?
I would say that showing a complete disregard for her emotional well-being. And that doesn't have to be sleeping. It doesn't have to go that far to sleeping with other women. It might be as simple as not replying to her messages or, you know, behaving online, like liking it. I know it sounds so bizarre, but you'll be so surprised at how unsafe a woman can feel simply by watching whose pictures he's liking and commenting and saving. It's such a simple thing from a man, but from a woman's perspective, it almost ignites her fight or flight response. Is that weird to a man?
I'm really hoping this video makes its way to all the great single men in the Milwaukee area who are looking for a serious relationship and tired of the dating apps. I am a professional matchmaker. My name is Allison. I'm with Midwest Matchmaking, and I have 3 beautiful, wonderful single ladies that I am currently working with of different ages. One is in her early 30s, one is in her early 40s, one is in her mid 50s. You don't have to be a client to meet my client. All you have to do is go to the link in our bio and complete the free profile. And if you look like a good match for one of them, I will reach out to get to know you a little bit better and see if we can introduce the 2 of you. You have nothing to lose, and it's a much quicker, more efficient way of dating than using the app.
I don't mind if a guy is not looking cute, but his wallet has to be cute. Can you just give your short story? How did you guys meet? Anything. Okay, so I don't think we look good together, and I don't believe in that also. I think I look good and his wallet is cute. That's what I'm worried about also. I don't mind if a guy is not looking cute, but his wallet has to be cute. And short story, actually it's a 15 years long story, but the good part is every time I touch anything and I want anything, he was always there. Okay, baby, you want this? I can give you even better than that. So I think that is the best part about our relationship, and I really enjoy that. Thank you so much.
Okay, so I've been living in Chicago for like 6 months now, and I'm originally from Memphis. It's not much that I actually miss about living down south, outside of, like, of course, the food and my family. And this one thing, something that I've noticed is that, like, men here do not open doors, and if we're on the train, they rush to get the seats. They don't give the seats to the women, and they don't get up if they see a lot of women or the elderly. Like, I'm not used to that. I thought that was like a universal thing. Come to find out, I think maybe it's just a southern thing. So am I in the wrong? And then you get to the door and the men are looking at you like, are you gonna get the door? And I'm looking at him like, I thought you was gonna get the door because you the man. And we both looking at each other like confused. I'm not used to this. And it's been 6 months.
I am no longer a strong, independent woman that needs no man. I'm so tired of fixing. I don't know what I'm doing. Whether it's vacuums or plumbing or broken men, I don't know what the I'm doing. And I'm done trying to figure it out. I went through my phase of learning how to fix, And oh, look, I can actually do it. I'm not I can figure out how to rewire a light switch, which isn't difficult, but didn't believe I could do it. But I'm done. I'm done learning. I am done learning how to fix the house. I'm tired, and I don't want to do it anymore. I want a big, strong man to come fix it for me. Come on, big boys, show me what you can do.
So after so many years...
So you're telling me that a woman has to go work like a man every day, and a man goes work, and he's tired when he gets home. And a woman's not tired. She has to clean, cook, do the dishes, do the laundry. Are you kidding me?
Why don't you want to do that?
What are you talking about? Why don't I want to? You know how fucking tiring that is? Have you done that?
First of all,
I
do it every day.
First of all, do not choose a woman who don't want to be a woman.
Right.
So you don't want to be a woman. No, you don't want to be a woman.
Yelling doesn't mean you're winning an argument. It's a sign of low intelligence. You can lower your voice and speak to me. I'm sitting right here. I can hear you.
And you're yelling.
All this, I cook and I clean, and like, yeah, that's part of your function. But when your tire is flat, my function is to make sure you have a new tire.
But
when
that's
your
what
car
I'm
need an
saying.
oil change, it's my job to make sure these people ain't ripping you off. We have different duties and functions and responsibilities. And if you don't love your duty, your function, your responsibility, you're not fit to be a wife, period.
Okay, so when I see these happy couples on TikTok, it's so amazing because I want that so bad. But it's so frustrating because I want that so bad. And I just don't get it. I can't find it. You know, like I'll find these bad boys, and it's just all bad boys. Like, this is me looking for all the good guys, okay? Where are you? I live in Florida. Like, I want a good guy. You know, somebody's gonna text me, call me, you know, hang out with me, chill with me, Netflix. Like, I live in Florida. Where are they? I've been trying to find them. I can't find them anywhere. I don't know, but look, if you are a good guy, just drop a comment, please.
A lot of women would rather go for the guy that speaks perfectly rather than the guy that gets nervous and stutters and he's a bad first dater. But guys who are the bad first daters turn out to be the greatest life partners, and let me tell you why. I will tell you why. A man who is extremely perfect with what he says and he makes you feel top tier, he's talking to other women the same way. He's making other women feel the same way. That's why he's so good at it. Lip gloss. What I'm trying to say is go for the guy who's less experienced. Because trust me, he will not leave you easily. But the guys who have been with many girls will leave you in a heartbeat because he thinks that he has other options. They're less forgiving. To work with me, one-on-one, it'll be in my bio.
And are you actually obsessed with that man, or is he just a fixation that you have because you are not pleased with your current lifestyle? Which one is it, bestie? I noticed a lot of times as young women, we will just be obsessing over a guy that we actually don't really like that much because it helps us in a place of uncertainty where we're trying to get to where we want to be. When you're a woman becoming your dream version of yourself, it's really easy to get distracted. I think as a woman, becoming your dream version of yourselves comes with a lot of periods of ambiguity. And in those periods, you might meet a guy that you think you're obsessed with because he offers you comfort in a period of uncertainty before you get to where you want to be. And then you think you're obsessed with him. And then you think that you can't live without him. But is it that you can't live without him? Or are you just like really desiring a completely different life and that's what you're settling for because it gives you comfort? Think on it.
You see how well that changes, and for the simple fact that this poor boy was taught heavily on how to be a gentleman, yet the girls are sitting there walking past him. And then ladies wonder in situations like this, they say, why are men no longer being chivalrous? Why do men no longer open a door for us or being polite anymore? Well, that explains it. You see right then and there that girls are not being taught how to be a lady towards men. Instead, men are being taught how to be a gentleman towards ladies. See, and I really don't understand this. It's ridiculous. That poor boy, I feel really bad for him.
So many women are competing for the same men, and then a bunch of guys are getting ignored. And then what ends up happening is, where do those guys go? And they go online. That's what you see. They go to porn. They go to porn, or they go to Reddit. I mean, I love Reddit, but they're really going to some of these red-pilled communities. And so what you're seeing now is just men really opting out of society. So when you go back to that stat, 1 in 7 young men in the UK is NEET, not an employment, education, or training. They have just opted out. And as Scott says, there's nothing scarier than a single man, a young single man. And so we are just creating a lot of these angry young single men who are saying, well, this is rigged against me. And so that's why I am worried about the rise of people like Andrew Tate. And if we wonder, where are the dads, where are the men? Well, men are finding these father figures, but they're finding them online, and they're not the father figures that I would choose for the majority of men. And so I'm really worried about this, because I feel like women are saying, guys, you need to step up because I can provide and I don't need that from you. And guys are not prepared to rise to the occasion.
If you want to keep a good woman, you only need to remember 3 things. Just 3. Number 1, make her feel secure. Not with money, with your energy. When she texts you, respond. When she's hurting, show up. When she needs reassurance, give it without making her feel needy or asking. Security is the foundation. Without it, nothing else holds. Number 2, appreciate her out loud. She is doing so much that you probably don't even notice. The mental load she carries, the way she thinks of you before she thinks of herself, the small things she does every day just to make your life easier. Tell her you see it. Tell her it matters. Number 3, never stop pursuing her. The chase doesn't end at commitment, it deepens. She needs to feel wanted, not assumed, desired, not taken for granted. A woman who feels pursued by her own man, she will give you everything she has. Security, appreciation, pursuit. Three things. That's all it takes.
Hey, welcome to Crush Club. What's your name and how old are you?
I'm Sam. I'm 26 years old.
Is this your first time at Crush Club?
It is not. I've been to the walks beforehand.
Are you on the dating apps?
I unfortunately am, yes.
Ooh. When's the last time you went on a first date?
About 3 weeks ago.
How'd it go?
It was all right. We went on a walk and it absolutely poured on us, so I did not get a second date.
Oh, what's your thoughts on monogamy? Are you talking to multiple people at once? Do you talk to one girl at a time? Give us kind of the rundown for dating for you.
If I'm talking to anyone serious, then, she's my wifey.
Wifey. Is that what you're looking for? Are we looking for a wife?
If we vibe and it fits the bill, sure.
What's your type?
Someone, funnier than me, a little adventurous. I'm pretty impulsive. She's got to be ready to go to Mexico the next day or something like that. So.
What's your biggest ick or biggest red flag?
Biggest red flag? Probably if they're going to be rude to waiters.
Oh, that's a good one. Well, thanks for coming, Sam. We appreciate it.
Thanks for the invite.
My husband's home. I'm going to do a rear-facing camera because if I have it here next to my tripod, he's going to see it and it's not going to be authentic. I'm cooking dinner. I'm in the worst mood because I'm in the kitchen and I hate it. And I'm going to see if he can make me be in a better mood because when he comes in, he does tend to be very touchy-feely. I'm going to turn the camera around, but I am going to have it leaned up sort of incognito. Oh, crap. I did 10 minutes. I don't know how long it takes him to get out of the car, so shh, be quiet. I don't even know if this is an angle. Do I look like a happy housewife? I hate cooking. What's taking him so long? I get so nervous.
Little Dad?
He's upstairs. He's also upstairs. I love you. Love you, babe.
Love you.
The food should be ready soon.
Okay, so.
A los niños se les exige caballerosidad, educación y autocontrol. A las niñas se les exige que exijan. Tú te lo mereces, no esperes menos. Pero no les enseñan a ser amables, recíprocas y corteses. Saben exigir, pero no saben dar. Quieren trato de reina, pero no se comportan como tal. La caballerosidad es obligatoria, pero la feminidad es una opción. El merecimiento es el cáncer de la cultura femenina. Y el sacrificio, solo porque sí, porque eres hombre, es la metástasis de ese cáncer en la cultura masculina. Mujer, cuando vayas en un bus y no te cedan un puesto, no te preguntes dónde están los caballeros. Pregúntate, ¿realmente soy una dama o soy una malcriada malagradecida? ¿Soy educada o me creo superior a los hombres? Los hombres están cansados de ser el tapete voluntario de princesas de cartón con coronas imaginarias que no se han ganado. El trabajo es de ambos, hacen falta caballeros, pero ya las damas casi no se ven. El cambio empieza por ti, una persona a la vez. Sígueme si eres hombre y quieres ver más contenido como este.
If your man has to beg for affection, something is deeply off. He shouldn't have to chase you around the house just to get a kiss. He shouldn't feel like he's annoying you just to be touched. He's your husband, not a side character you can barely tolerate. You say you love him, but when was the last time you showed him, without words, without him asking? And no, I'm not talking about packing his lunch. I'm talking about pulling him close when he walks by, giving him that look that says, I still want you. Because if he's showing up, working hard, staying loyal, being a solid man, why should he feel like he's starving for your attention? Flirt, touch, initiate. Desire is not some extra bonus in marriage. It's the glue that keeps everything from falling apart. And when a husband feels ignored long enough, he stops asking. He stops reaching for you. He builds walls instead of bridges. He starts wondering if he's even wanted anymore. And that's how emotional distance begins, quietly but dangerously. Eventually, the man who once craved your affection forgets how to ask for it. If you want to deepen your connection with your spouse and start building a marriage full of love and understanding, I've put together powerful guides that can help you. You'll find it in my bio.
Look, strong women intimidate weak men. That's known. Because if he was an alpha and he was in his masculine energy, pure masculine energy, not wounded energy, he would want a smart, hardworking woman on his side because she will inspire him. She'll guide him. She'll give him advice. She'll give him constructive criticism. She will be there. She'll be his rock. And together they can build. I don't want a man to sit down and watch me build and clap for me. No, I want a man to build with. So when a man is intimidated by a strong woman, he's weak. It's because there's nothing to be intimidated about. Men and women don't compete with each other. They complete each other. So I do need a man that is in his alpha masculine, because if he's not, then I will tap into my masculine energy to basically bring that masculine energy into the relationship, because he doesn't have it. So it's so important for a man to be healed in his alpha energy, in his healed energy, for him to be able to allow the woman safely to drop into her feminine and for her to be a little girl. And it's very important because a lot of men complain, oh, females are very masculine nowadays. Men made us become like that. Life made us become like that. But if I'm with a healthy man, I'd be a baby. I'd be a girl. I don't want to be the boss lady at home. I don't want that. I want to be a girl. I want to be taken care of. I want to be with a man that tells me this is right, this is wrong, let's do this, how is your day?
I guess, need to respect him enough in order for him to have that kind of value.
Marcus, I think a real man should fully provide for his woman.
What does fully provide mean?
Rent, vacations, shopping, lifestyle. I want to live in my feminine energy, not stress about money.
So you want a traditional relationship?
Exactly. I like masculine men who know how to provide.
All right. So are you planning to take on a traditional role too?
What do you mean?
Taking care of the home, building a family, supporting your husband instead of competing with him.
Marcus, it's 2026. I'm not a maid or a housewife.
But you want me to be a full-time ATM?
No, I just think real men naturally pay for things.
And what about real women?
Modern women don't exist to serve men.
Yet they still expect men to pay the bills?
You're deliberately twisting my words.
No, I'm trying to understand which part of traditional you actually want. Because it sounds like you only want the parts that benefit you.
I deserve to be taken care of.
Everyone wants to be taken care of. The question is, what do you bring besides demands?
I bring energy, femininity, my presence.
Energy doesn't pay the mortgage.
Only broke men talk like that.
And lazy women usually call responsibility toxic.
Wow. You really can't handle independent women.
Independent? You're asking someone else to finance your entire life.
Because that's what masculine men do.
No. Masculine men invest in women who build with them, not women who only arrive with a list of demands.
You want traditional privileges with zero modern responsibility. That's not a partnership. That's a one-sided contract.
You know, a lot of modern women want a man to take the lead. They want a man to be chivalrous. They want a traditional man. But they don't want a man to call them out. They don't want a man to say, hey, you need to stop doing that. Hey, that's not right. They don't want to be corrected. They want to go off and do whatever they want to do, wherever they want to wear, act how they want to act, listen to what they want to listen to, go where they want to go. And a man says, I don't know if that's the right thing to do. You trying to be controlling. I'm saying as your friend. Oh, no, I'm saying even before, because we're supposed to be friends first. I'm saying as your friend, maybe you shouldn't be doing that. See, modern women don't take men seriously. They got this weird thing in their head to where just because you're their husband, that means you like Prince Charming and something like that. And if you Prince Charming, then Prince Charming don't say nothing. Just shut up and kiss me. Like that's it. Now you ruining the Prince Charming stuff. Bring me flowers, slip on my glass slipper, and kiss me and make my life a fairy tale. But Prince Charming to say, okay, you know, I love being Prince Charming, but I still got a kingdom that I gotta rule. I still got business as a prince. You understand that, right? I just get to frolic in the fields. I'm over in this division because I need a wife. I need a wife so I can one day hopefully take my daddy's spot. So I can be king one day. And guess what? If you're going to be the king, if you're going to be the queen, there's a certain way that you need to act. Oh no. And that's where modern women get it wrong. All of a sudden, I got to act like I got some sense. All of a sudden, I got to act like, oh shoot, I got to be something. I got to do something. I got to act like dang, I guess I can't live up to the standard.